Hello boys and girls, it's Mrs. C from Occupational Therapy. Today we are going to make gingerbread Play-Doh to go along with the fabulous book that Mrs. Scott just read to you. So what you need is flour, salt, vegetable oil, water, ground cinnamon, and ground ginger. A mixing bowl, mixing spoons, and measuring cups. Sorry, this is a measuring spoon. To mix, you're going to use your hands. So parents, this is a really good activity because you're going to have to use both hands, one to hold the bowl and one to pour. These are all really good fine motor movements that we want all of our students to work on, especially the younger students prior to kindergarten. So have them do as much as they possibly can by themselves, and that will be the most beneficial. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. Okay, so the first thing I need is 1 cup of flour. So I'm going to hold the bag of flour with one hand and the measuring cup in the other. Pour it in, and I'm going to scoop. And pour. The next thing I need is half a cup of salt. So same thing, I'm going to hold in one hand, and then I'm going to hold the cup, and it's going to get heavy. So hold it the best you can and shake just into the cup. You have to shake your salt with small movements. Okay, that's half a cup of salt. And then you need half a tablespoon of ground ginger. So give your child the bottle, have them pinch the top and twist. They might need you to do some hand over hand, so that would mean their hand on and yours over the top to start, especially if it's on really tight, but see if they can do it themselves. So half a tablespoon of ground ginger, and then have them put the cap back on themselves. The twisting motion is really good for them. Also need half a tablespoon of ground cinnamon. Once again, have them twist on and twist off. This is something that, especially when they go to kindergarten and they're going to be opening their own snack containers, these are the things that we would really like them to practice at home. Opening Ziploc bags, opening their own snack containers. These are really good fine motor skills and strengthening skills that you can do and include in your everyday activities. The next thing we need is 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Now this might be a little bit tricky for them to pour and hold the spoon, so you have a couple of options. You can help them and do hand over hand, or you can pour it into a container and they can scoop it out, or you can do the pouring and they can hold the measuring spoon. 1, okay. The next thing we need is half a cup of water. Okay, we have everything in our bowl. Now, some of our students may not like the texture and the feel of this right now. Now, it's wet and it's icky for them. If that's the case, you may get a spoon. But if they like being messy play, have them use their hands. Turn. I'm holding the bowl with one hand and I'm mixing with the other hand. Now, if you find that your Play-Doh is still really sticky, add some more flour to it. And do a little bit at a time. Homemade Play-Doh does have a different texture than store-bought Play-Doh. So it will be a little bit stickier. But it shouldn't be so sticky that you can't play with it. Now this kneading and mixing with their hands is really good for strengthening. Alright, I think my Play-Doh is ready. If you have cookie cutters at home, you can get your cookie cutters. I do not have any Gingerbread Man cookie cutters. So I am going to make my own gingerbread. So I'm going to take a piece off. Now, the Gingerbread Man on top is a circle. His head is a circle. So I'm going to roll the Play-Doh with two hands to make a ball, but then I'm going to push it down and flatten it. So there's my head. Next, I'm going to do his arms. So I'm going to roll the Play-Doh. Get one ready. So his arms are going to be a little bit like worms. Now I'm going to do his body. And his body should be a little bit bigger of a ball than his head. Roll into a ball with your both hands at the same time. All right. And I'm going to flatten out his body. And then I'm going to push down on his arms to make those flat too. And then, what does a gingerbread man have at the bottom of his body? Legs. So I'm going to make some legs. Do we have, how many legs? One or two legs on a gingerbread man? I guess that depends if you've eaten him yet. Okay. Push down on his legs. Now that I have my gingerbread man, you can take some beads of some googly eyes, or maybe some pasta or candies, whatever you have at your house, and we can make a face. So when we're making a face, we're going to use the positional words, top, middle, and bottom. Our eyes are at the top of our face. Our mouth is at the bottom of our face, and our nose is in the middle of our face. You can always pose these as a question to your child. Where are my eyes? Are they at the top of my face or the bottom of my face? To help them learn the words. That's how I do it at school with them. So, you've got your Play-Doh. You've got a gingerbread man. You could also, if your child has a hard time with some of these pieces and making a gingerbread man just isn't possible, you can use your cookie cutter and put it on the table and have them put the Play-Doh into the cookie cutter. So instead of pushing the cookie cutter in, you can put the Play-Doh into the cookie cutter and work on the word in and the spatial and the visual attention to put the Play-Doh into something specific. I hope you all enjoyed making Play-Doh with me. If you'd like to post pictures of your gingerbread men in your Google Classrooms, I would love to see them. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and I hope you enjoy this activity. Bye, everybody.